Well, welcome back to another Manly Men. Well, it's not really a podcast, but I guess we're going to do kind of a vlog for you guys today. And we'll talk a little bit on the way down there. Maybe it'll be kind of a podcast, but definitely different from what we've been doing. By now, I'm sure you've read the title of this video, and you realize that we are currently in the Shelby GT350. I haven't actually had this car very long, probably about 3 months now.
Is it 3 months?
Yeah.
God, it feels like even shorter.
Yeah. And, well, we're going to test drive another car today. So we'll see what happens. I have no plans to actually get that car today. But we're going to go test drive an Alfa Romeo 4C. I am. Colton's just here for moral support. Because neither one of us feel like we belong at a Porsche dealership. So.
I really don't. Like they're going to see us roll up in the car. They're going to be like, oh, okay, they got, like, the right car. They're going to step out. And you're in, like, shorts.
Yeah.
Which I guess, I don't know. When I think of,
I chose khaki shorts.
When I think of businessman, I don't think khaki shorts. I don't think shorts in general, really.
No, you think of, like, slacks, yeah.
Yeah.
But I figured at least as long as they were khaki
installing
shorts.
the jeans with holes in them.
Yeah, you definitely went a little bit further away from the typical Porsche buyer.
Yeah.
But, oh, and also if there's any horrible noise, I'm sorry. First of all, I mean, I'm just in a Mustang essentially, so it's not like they really care about that. And then secondly, our interstates are under construction. They're going to repave them, I guess, so they're all grooved right now, so it sounds a little bit louder than usual. But, we just want to kind of give you guys a little bit of a heads up on what's going on today. Yeah. And did you have any topics you wanted to talk to them about?
Not really. I haven't really watched any movies or anything since then.
Yeah, me either.
I talked about how horrible 47 meters down, didn't I?
You did talk about how terrible it was.
It's a horrible movie. I just reiterate, guys, it's horrible. Don't watch it.
Oh, well, I guess I'll talk a little bit about why I would even be considering something like this. Basically, there's nothing wrong with the Shelby at all. Oh, here comes a cop.
Oh, somebody's getting got.
Yeah, they got him. There you go. Hopefully that won't be us at any point. Anyways, well, we're on the normal 100. Oh, no, it's still group, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, it's even louder, I think. Well, anyways, basically, I don't know. I guess there's nothing wrong with this car at all. It's a great car. Whenever I bought this car, obviously, I've never been able to afford something close to it, and I guess I kind of just jumped in it, and I never test drove this or anything. I don't think if I would have test drove it, it would have changed my mind any. But I don't think I considered anything else either. And whenever you're spending, 55 grand on a vehicle or so, you kind of want to make sure that you got the right one. So if I'm going to be spending, tons of money every month on a vehicle, I want to make sure that I've chosen the right vehicle. And, maybe I have. Maybe I have chosen the right vehicle. I've always really liked Mustangs. But I guess some of the stuff that's starting to kind of weigh on me a little bit. The interior on this is just, where you're sitting's nice. The steering wheel's pretty nice. It's Alcantara, which I'm not the biggest fan of yet. It feels nice, but it's going to wear down super quick and look terrible. So I basically try to touch just the bottom parts of the steering wheel because they're leather. Just to try to, I'm trying to keep it. Yeah, I try to just hold it here whenever I'm, cruising or whatever, because this stuff right here, whenever it wears off, it looks absolutely hideous. Like it leaves behind just kind of like a plastic looking thing.
Yeah, I guess it's getting down to like the, I guess the wheel.
Yeah. And so that's kind of the problem with Alcantara. The seats, of course, are Alcantara, but I'm not as worried about the seats because, I'm not sitting there sliding.
You can do better anything. Yeah. You did not sit in the seat.
Yeah, and I think the Alfa Romeo, likely if I get one, it'll be a launch edition. I don't believe the one I'm going to test drive today is a launch edition. They didn't say that it is, so I'm guessing it's not. It is red like the launch edition and things like that. They didn't have any pictures of it. It's just the closest one to us. It's about an hour away, so I just thought I'd go test drive it to see what they're all about. But I don't plan on getting it today because I've got to get a house next, or my wife will kill me, and I I can't. What good does it do to drive a car if you can't drive it if you're dead? You know what I mean? So
not easily.
Not easily, anyways.
What is that movie where there's that possessed car? It's an old movie. Like it'd be like that.
I don't know.
Maybe one of y'all out there will know. There's like evil car that's going around killing people.
Really?
It gets jealous of anyone else that's like close to the person that drives the car.
Really?
I want to say it's called Baby Cheyenne. Something with a C.
Wow.
Cheyenne, Charlie, something like that.
Never heard of that. That sounds pretty crazy.
It's like a horrible demon car.
It is a horrible demon car. It's like Kit from Knight Rider, but more like Kit.
I mean, it don't talk or anything. It just goes around.
Okay. It's got a life of its own, but no voice, basically.
Essentially, yeah. I heard it made a pretty good movie.
How can it kill people without damaging itself to the point where it's not even driving?
A car. Don't matter. It's got self-healing factors, I guess.
There's a little bit of noise for you guys because, well, everybody slows down on the interstates like idiots and then they speed back up. So you have to manage it. So here we go again. See some brakes in front of us. If you're one of the people that get in front of a giant line of cars on the interstate and then you slow down, I hope bad things happen to you. I really do. Because you're one of the worst things about humanity. But anyways, I'll get back to some more reasons. So, one of the big reasons why I bought this car was that it was a stick shift. Okay? And if you know anything about the Alfa Romeo 4C, it's a dual clutch automatic. So, it's almost an automated manual, really, from what people talk about it. Like, it doesn't really creep or anything unless you give it gas. So, you know, it's still evolving, I guess. And frankly, whenever I go out and I drive, I find myself more hesitant with this car because I'm not excellent at driving stick. I can get the job done all day long, and I feel comfortable driving stick. It's not like that. I don't feel comfortable with a quick downshift. I can't heel toe. I don't feel comfortable pulling out in front of like if there's like a small gap in traffic and I'm like, oh, I think I can make it through there. Like whenever you're pulling out of like a turn or something, you know, you're trying to turn onto another road, and you know there's like a little bit of a gap and there's a large line of cars. I'll end up waiting on a large line of cars just because I don't want to mess up and dump the clutch early or something, and then the engine bogs and then I get hit because of it. So all that hesitation, and then plus whenever I go on back road drives in this thing, which is kind of the whole point of it, I can't really downshift effectively, so I'm always in a little bit too high of a gear as I'm going through the turns, and I have to wait till I get out of them to truly downshift, and none of that. I feel like I'm just not going about it as fast as I could, and because of that, it's not quite as fun for me as I thought it would be. And also, I feel like the interior on this car is literally straight up worse than a Mustang GT. Like, I know you can't even see it, but this right here is like some of the cheapest filling plastic. Like, feel it. Like, you get like almost like a metal look whenever you get it.
Yeah, I kind of see what you mean.
I mean, some of the stuff that's nice, some of the stuff's nice is you get actual metal here around the steering wheel, around the buttons, and you get it around the vents, or it might be plastic around the vents, but you got like a nice metal door handle. Some of that stuff's nice. You have Alcantara and leather, and it's much better leather than probably on a GT, I would say. But I guess for 55 grand, I was expecting a little bit. I don't know. Again, it's just about, if I'm spending 55 grand, I want to have the right $55,000 car.
But the best.
Yeah, I mean,
for that money.
And okay, so this one's all black, which is pretty cool when it's clean and stuff. But one problem I've noticed is, and maybe this is me being just a douche, nobody knows what this thing is.
Going to realize something.
What shirt's inside out? Oh my gosh. You're gonna look really good at the Porsche dealership then.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, this dude's rolling up with a shirt inside out, wanting to test drive a car.
Good. It could be a new style, you don't know.
I have not even noticed it, honestly. So
I would say I'll flip it inside out, but I have on deodorant. It's not flip it inside out.
It's gonna have the
white spots. I'll see.
Oh wow. This is exactly what you run into whenever you're in this kind of. Who is it? So anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah, so it's just about making sure I made the right decision, because for a brief moment I started looking at some supercars, like Lamborghini Gallardos, things like that, trying to make that work. And that's just never going to happen.
Do you remember the first podcast you were like, Lamborghini,
absolutely.
but Lamborghini.
Lamborghini's still the dream car. Lamborghini Huracan's the dream. Who knows? That'll probably change whenever they get the newer and better ones coming out eventually somewhere down the line. I don't see myself being able to afford anything like that soon, which is basically the reason why. Okay, the Alfa Romeo. You know what makes it interesting to me is it's got basically the performance of this car. And I know you might think, hey, you're an absolute idiot, you're crazy. It's only 247 horsepower, and the car you're driving right now is 526. And yeah, you're right. It's a little turbo 4-cylinder, but you got to think that thing weighs 2,450 pounds somewhere in there. This thing weighs almost 4,000 pounds.
What a big difference.
I think it's like 3,800 pounds or 3,700 pounds, something like that. So, I mean, it's a large difference in weight. And because of that, the thing gets up and goes. And frankly, on a quarter mile, the Alfa Romeo loses by 0.2 seconds to this car. On a quarter mile. And I can't think of a single stretch of road where, unless you're going to a racetrack, I mean, you'd be an idiot to race somebody, and especially it lasts longer than a quarter mile. And there's just no need. Yeah, I mean, this thing's got a top speed of like 180 plus. That thing can only go 160, but I'm never going that fast. It's about acceleration, and frankly, it keeps up pretty close. I think this thing goes 0 to 100 in like, about 9 seconds, and that does it in like 10 and a half. I mean, that's a difference, yes, but it's
like
nothing.
a difference. Again, as a person who's not big into cars, a second difference doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah, and so, you know, the Alfa Romeo, it's going to get better gas mileage, and I'm about to move further away from work, so that would always be welcome, especially with similar performance, because they both go 0 to 60 in about the same time. In fact, I've seen this thing go 0 to 60 in 4.3 in a lot of tests, and the Alfa Romeo do it in 4.1 in a lot of tests. Now, Alfa, I think, says it'll do it in 4.5 officially, but most people get underneath that. I've seen anywhere from 4.1 to 4.3, basically, for the Alfa, and anywhere from 4.0 to 4.3, 4.4 with this. So, that's basically the thing. And I think maybe another reason why this car doesn't wow me as much is really it feels maybe even a little bit slower than a Mustang GT around town. Because I'm going a mile to work, and the torque is not really there until you hit like upper.
You feel like the Mustang you had before this, you feel like it's faster than this?
No, definitely not. Like, it's hard to explain, but I feel like if I'm not trying to freaking beat the car up, which I can't do on my mile drive to work, I can't even get the car warmed up all the way. So it's not like I'm not going to sit there and rev it to 7,000 RPMs on the way to work. You know, I go up to about 4.5 grand. And right at 3,500 is when you get your first kick of torque, which then you can tell it's like, it feels like a Mustang GT whenever you're on it pretty good once you get to there. But before that, which is where I live most of the time, there's really nothing. It feels less powerful in the lower RPMs than a Mustang GT, which is hard to believe. Now, and there's no doubt, once you hit 5,000 RPMs, it's not even a comparison. Like, it's so much different. But I don't get to do that very often. And whenever I do, I don't feel like I'm necessarily being the safest on a public road. Because a lot of times, I'm not going to rev to 8,200 RPMs like this thing can, and then shift into second. Like, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go about 3,500, 4,000 RPMs in between every switch, gear shift. If I want to go kind of quick, I'll put it in third or fourth and hit it to like 6,000. And if I'm doing that, I'm already going like 80 miles an hour. Well, with this car that I'm going to look at today, I mean, I don't feel like there's that much of a difference. And I can shift so much quicker with the paddles than I can myself. So, to me, I feel like I would, just me personally, you know, if you took the two around a racetrack and you're a really good driver, you'll probably be able to go faster with this. It's got more horsepower, and that will affect things as you get on straightaways and coming out of corners, things like that. But for me personally, the Alfa Romeo could be a better fit because I can't drive that good with a stick. So,
yeah, but what if you did get better?
Well, it's hard though, because if you think about how much we work, I don't have a lot of time to practice. And frankly, do you really want to practice getting better at driving stick on a 55 grand car?
I mean, yeah, I guess that's right.
Like, whenever I'm going around a curve, it's not like, oh, I'm going to be bold and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to try a heel toe going into this corner whenever I know I can't do it. So if I do that, then I've just wrecked my car. So it's hard to learn, especially I mean, I could practice in the middle of town, but then I feel like I'm just wearing out a clutch for nothing. Because I'd be downshifting when I don't need to and things like that. It's just, to me, I kind of baby my cars unless I'm ready to go fast. And even then, I don't usually bring them all the way out. And kind of the beautiful thing about the Alfa as well is with this car, the Shelby, you're gonna have to go all the way to nearly the full thing to get your peak horsepower, peak torque. But with the Shelby, you've got peak torque. With the Alfa, you have peak torque at 2,200 RPMs. That's nothing. Like, I'm cruising higher than that right now in my car. Of course, I'm needing to slow down a little bit because I'm talking. I need to put some cruise control on. Okay, I turned it off. All right, cruise control's on now. So, but yeah, I'm hovering at 2,400 RPMs right now. Just cruising down the interstate. So I feel like that one, and I think it basically that you carry peak torque all the way to about 5,000 RPMs on that. And since that's basically where I keep my cars, it just seems right. And I can shift it so much quicker. And if I don't feel like shifting, like if I'm in traffic, I can just put the thing in automatic, which is a huge advantage. And my wife can't drive stick. You can't drive stick. Austin can't drive stick. Austin, who was on the show last week, he can't drive stick. Nobody in my family can drive stick except for my dad. My dad can't even get down in this car, so it does him no good. And I want other people to be able to enjoy the vehicle. I want my wife to be able to take it on a drive every now and then. Now, she might not want to because the Alfa doesn't have power steering. And from what I've heard, it's really only bad whenever you're basically sitting still. If you get going up to like 3 miles an hour, they say it feels fairly normal then. So really, it may not even be that big of a deal to her.
Power steering?
No. It's so lightweight, no power steering.
I did not know that.
Yeah, no power steering. If you get that performance exhaust, there's no muffler, so it's just engine noise. It's mid-engine. But basically, it's a miniature supercar, which is what's so intriguing to me because, the things I love about Lamborghini, you have the engine right behind your head. It's the exact same thing on the Alfa. The engine will be right here behind us. Yeah. And I was hoping for an all-wheel drive, but, the Alfa gets such good grip because it's so, light, and the engine's in the back. The weight's kind of on the rear tires. I think it's like a 59-41 split, with the rear having 59% of the weight. So you get really, really good traction. It's hard to break the tires loose, which is something I like. You'd think somebody who's driving a Mustang all the time probably likes to do burnouts. I don't, because I don't want to buy tires every 2 weeks. So I already had to put one tire on this like the week after I got it because I got a screw in it at work. And that was $330 or something, putting a new tire on it. So I want to avoid doing that as much as I can. And the Alfa, you only do oil changes once every 12,000 miles, or really it's services, but you do it once a year or once every 12,000 miles. Well, I don't go more than 12,000 miles in a year. I never have. I pay for service once a year on the Alfa. With this, I might have to do it twice. So I think that really, even if the Alfa costs a little bit more for that one service, it'll probably be really close to what I would spend on either one. And I'm gonna have to buy bigger tires, which will cost more on this. It's got larger brakes, so the pads will cost more. If I ever have to replace rotors, those will cost more. The Alfa, the parts are harder to come by, things like that. They might be more expensive, but really it'll be very equal, I feel like, in terms of taking care of the car. The Alfa, some of the cooler things about it, let me just break down the Alfa totally. So, Alfa Romeo has been out of the US for 20 years, and they came back into the US market with the 4C. Now they also have the Giulia Quadrifoglio sedan as well, and I think they're doing an SUV, but anyways. So the 4C, it's got a carbon tub, which is like, so the area you sit in is all made out of carbon fiber. The entire area is sit in. The only other cars, or the next cheapest car that does that is a McLaren. At well over 100 grand. So 3 times the amount. Let's say it's a $150,000 car, the McLaren, which is probably a deal on most of them. That's 3 times the cost of this car, of the Alfa Romeo 4C, and it has the same technology. It's got the carbon tub with an aluminum frame everywhere else. It's got carbon composite body panels. Everything's in the name of lightness. The trunk slash hood, I guess you could call it, because the actual front hood does not open, but the engine cover does open, and that's where your trunk is. They don't even have, it doesn't even hold itself open. You have to use a prop pin to hold it up, because they didn't want to put struts on it, because that would add more weight. So everything's about weight savings. In fact, I think in Europe it only weighs like 2,000 pounds.
What what the like analogy has come to my head is like, imagine like someone that's really buff, but has a lot of weight on them. They got some fat over it.
Yeah, that's
Or
this.
imagine someone who's pretty skinny, but they're like a runner.
Yeah.
And who do you think would win a race faster? Who would get it?
Yeah.
It's gonna be that runner.
Probably. Now, if you had a super experienced person controlling this car, it would win. Because, I mean, it is a heck of a car. It's got great handling, things like that. The Alpha's going to be more tossable because it's lighter. And that's just a fact. Like, this thing has done all kinds of great things to make a Mustang handle amazingly well. But at the end of the day, you're making a Mustang handle extremely well. With the Alpha, you'll be making a 2,400 pound car handle extremely well. Everybody's always talking about how light the Scion FRS, well, now it's the Toyota 86 or the Subaru BRZ, how light those cars are, and how we just wish it had a little bit more power. Well, that's what this car is. It's lighter. It's 500 pounds lighter or 400 pounds lighter than the Toyota 86 and the Subaru BRZ, and it has 40 more horsepower. It has, roughly, and it has more torque, everything. I mean, it's. And I've had that car before. That was the first car I ever bought myself, was a Scion FRS. And I enjoyed it, but it was too slow. Well, if you're telling me I can get basically the performance, at least from 0 to 70, maybe 80, of a Shelby GT350, and have the lightweight, the great fuel economy, the lightweight feel, and all the performance of all that in an Alfa Romeo for the same price, where I have carbon fiber everywhere I look. It's a cool little two-seater toy, which is really all my car is meant to be, because my wife is going to have the family vehicle. Why not give it a look? So that's what we're basically doing today. We probably won't film it because
You could. You could just be like, hey, it's cool. My camera in here.
yeah, but I'm too shy for that. There's no way I'm asking that dude if I can film it.
Well, you could. I mean, it's not that many people. Potentially, you could talking to like thousands of people right now, as opposed to one dude.
There's no way 1,000 people watch it. Maybe.
I'm not saying at this very moment,
Yeah.
but possibly maybe later in life, like we have million people.
Yeah, but I'm not talking to their face. I'm just talking to the camera.
Like, wasn't that a weird thought though? Like, you're technically not talking to me. You're talking to other people right now.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that cool? I like that.
But in the same way, I'm just giving you. I'm literally just spilling all my thoughts out I've had about it.
Yeah.
And that's it. So, a lot of the things that intrigue me are I want other people to be able to enjoy the car with me. They may not want to, but I'd like for them to have the opportunity, things like that. My wife's upset because I won't have back seats, so we can never put my daughter in it, but I had no plans to ever put her in this, so really it doesn't make a huge difference to me. But yeah. What do you think about the whole situation, Colton? You think I'm just an absolute idiot?
The Alfa Romeo is lower than this.
Oh, a lot lower than this, yes.
Could you go under 18 wheels with it? I'm not saying you should, but could you?
I don't know, maybe. It has, those really big, like, farm equipment things where they're, like, super tall?
Yeah.
You could probably definitely fit underneath that.
Because I've seen a couple, I've been thinking about that, driving 18 wheelers and like,
Yeah.
I bet the car would go under.
Maybe.
I mean, you might not ever come out.
So I need to look up, grab your phone, and look up, like, Shelby GT350 size. And maybe it'll give you specifications on that. And then I'll kind of tell you what the Alfa Romeo, I'll go tell you guys what the Alfa Romeo is. So the Alfa Romeo is like 73.5 inches wide, very wide car, and it's only 46.6 inches tall. I can't remember how long it is. I want to say the wheelbase was like 93 inches, but I can't remember how long the total car length is. But the thing's like a toy, but it's super low, super wide, so Italian. And it's just a miniature super. It's just a miniature
You
super.
want specs? Is that what you want?
Yeah, I want the specs, but I want them, hopefully, like, it'll be like height, width specs. You see height and width anywhere?
Grab wheel size.
Or if you just search Shelby GT350 height and width.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, and another thing about the Shelby that, gosh, I feel like I'm being a little, just a whiny jerk whenever I talk bad about it, because it's really just an excellent vehicle. But the noise on the inside, while you'll hear it in a video and it sounds great, because I'm sure you've watched videos on the Shelby GT350, It's really not. I mean, it's impressive on the inside. It is, but I guess the outside's just so much better. You wish you could hear the outside all the time.
In height is 53.6 inches.
Okay, so you got exactly 8 inches of difference there. So the Alfa Romeo will be 8 inches shorter than this car.
God, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Almost a foot shorter.
Yeah. So what's the width of this car?
Give me a momento más.
Okay. So 8 inches in difference in height at the tallest point of the Alfa. Now the Alfa supposedly has more legroom and headroom in the front of it than a Toyota Camry.
The width is 75.4 inches.
So this is actually a little bit wider of a car. Wow.
This is 2017, isn't it?
16, but there's no difference.
Okay, well then yeah, it's 75.4.
Okay. So maybe I'm wrong about the Alfa.
What did I say the height was in the other one?
46.6.
I'm looking at
53. You said 53.6.
Okay, well I pulled up another website. This was just 54.4.
That's what I got with my tape measure. It was a little bit over 54.
Yeah.
So I think there's about 9 inches of difference.
Still almost a foot.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I'm not sure what we're doing. We're only 20 minutes out now, which is pretty impressive.
Talking the whole time.
Yeah.
Go about faster. Mostly you talking about.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's been a lot of me talking today. Sorry, guys.
I mean, it's all good, really. It's just I don't have that much. I haven't done much in this last podcast.
Yeah.
It's pretty much been me just working and really just playing games, still playing XCOM. And
Oh yeah, how's that going? Are you getting any closer to beating it?
I feel like I could have beaten it by now, but I got like almost bored of it because it's gotten
Repetitive?
Yeah, a little repetitive, but it's a little too easy. But there's a DLC coming out for it pretty soon, so I want to beat it before the DLC comes out.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's so great. It's so awesome game, but I think I just don't get entertained by video games as much as I used to.
Yeah.
Like I lose interest pretty fast.
Yeah, I did too.
I did that and I'm playing Warframe, which is awesome. Just imagine a game where you're a space ninja. That's essentially it. It's pretty cool.
Wow.
Anyway, like on to your car stuff.
Yep. So we're going a little bit lower, maybe a little bit less wide. But I think to me it's just something different. Whenever people look at this thing on the road, everybody's like, I mean, I have a golf, I was taking golf lessons for a little while. And my coach from there, he said, oh, okay, good. I thought we got to witness a wreck here. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we would have been involved in that wreck.
No, no, no. So, anyways, he told me, and he's knowledgeable about Mustangs. He knows about Mustangs. He has one. He told me that every time he sees a black Mustang, he gets excited thinking that it's me. But to me, that just sucks because it's like, nobody can tell what I'm driving. And, you know, I know that it's special, but I just, you know, I guess it's like whenever you know that you got something special, you just wish everybody else knew it's special. And I think with the Alfa, you know, there's probably going to be people that think it's a $300,000 car, and there's going to be other people that think that it's a $10,000 car. But everybody's going to wonder, what is that? Which is kind of the interesting thing, you know. I just want to be, you know, different from what's in our town, because nobody has anything quite like that. And also, I can't have a Lamborghini, I can't have anything like that. But the mid-engine, you know, rear-wheel drive setup sounds pretty cool to me because, you know, it's like a baby Lambo or a baby Ferrari.
Baby Lambo.
I actually heard somebody say that it looks like a company went and took a toy and like made it like my first Ferrari or something, kind of deal.
That's cool.
But everywhere you look in the interior, there's carbon fiber. The dash is made out of carbon fiber. So yeah, I mean, it just seems like it'd be pretty cool. But I'll give you guys kind of my thoughts on it. I'm not gonna go, not even. Obviously today, I'm probably not getting the car. I almost didn't want to drive this down here just for temptation's sake. But I did drive it, so whatever. We'll see.
Don't worry, I'll be your rock.
Yeah.
I'll tell them they'll be like, leave.
Yeah. So, but I want to know if I should even waste my time thinking about this car or not. Like I said,
well, okay, never mind. Go ahead.
Like I said, if I get one, it'll probably be a launch edition. So I'm not gonna just, you know, get whatever's there just because it's there. If I choose to get this, I'm gonna get the one I want because it's gonna be my car for a long, long time if I do. Probably, you know, a minimum of 5 years if I get it. Which is gonna be horribly boring to you guys, unless I somehow make a ton of money. because if I somehow start making a ton of money, then I'll probably just, you know, buy something cool like a Lamborghini. So, you know, if you guys want to start watching more often, you can help with that. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we'll see. We'll come back to you guys. Maybe we'll get a little bit of a clip whenever we get there.
Yeah.
And
we're what? Maybe 2 minutes out.
Yeah, something. 15 minutes out probably. So we'll if nothing else, we'll get back with you after the test drive, let you know my thoughts on it, and whether or not I think it's the car I'm gonna want, or if I'm gonna want to keep the Shelby, which is a definite possibility. So, we'll see you guys in just a minute.
See ya.
All right, guys, we are back, and so it wasn't exactly what we expected the day to go like, because
I would say it went better though.
It went better than expected. So, thankfully, and I'm hard to believe I can say this, I wasn't really planning on getting a car today, so I don't care that they sold it, but Porsche sold my car right before I got there. Or not my car, but the car I wanted to test drive before I got there. And so I didn't get to test drive that car. So what we did is we said, well, we came down here, we're going to test drive something. Well, and Colton didn't necessarily get to pick the exact car he wanted to test drive either, but we got him in a Challenger. It was a V6, but I'll tell you this, we're out here, we're passing a Rolls-Royce Wraith.
See who's driving.
Yeah, they got 10 windows. I give a thumbs up. Anyways, so Colton drove a Challenger SXT, totally as base as you can get one, frankly. The only option was the automatic transmission. Had cool little houndstooth in the seats, but you know, it wasn't leather, it wasn't anything like that. It was just a nice little, you know, base model.
I will say I've driven nothing but, you know, big, slower cars like my whole life, and test driving this, oh my gosh, it was fun. Like it's still, I know it's not as fast as it could be. It's so much faster than something I'm used to.
Yeah.
Like whenever we got on the interstate, I didn't even realize that we got up to 100.
Yeah. Colton's just going around a car. He was already doing like 85. The guy even made a comment about it. Colton didn't pick up that he was making an actual comment about what he was doing. And then Colton, right after, he's like, well, because he was telling him, he goes, Colton, he's like, you can actually get really good gas mileage with this. You can get, you know, nearly 30 miles per gallon because you're in the V6. And he's like, you won't get it going like 80 though on the interstate. He's like, it's probably gonna be closer to 70. And he was saying that because Colton's already going 80, 85.
Yeah.
And then Colton, right after he says it, passes another car and is going 100. I'm like, Colton, I don't think you realize how fast you're going, because I was afraid we were gonna get in trouble. Because I don't think too many test drivers want to get a ticket going 100. You know, too many sales people. So we got Colton to slow right down.
Man, I can't get in a fast car and not go fast. Like I got to test drive.
Yeah, you did good. I mean, you did good. How did you feel about how it was on the back road that we went down? Because I'll be honest,
I can definitely feel like that it's like a big heavy car.
It bounced around a lot of the bumps.
Yeah.
But I do want to say this. To me, and I'll let you talk about your experiences because you drove it.
Yeah.
To me, sitting in the back seat, which was actually really roomy, guys. Like if you need to haul people around and you're still in a muscle car, get you a Challenger. That thing's got. I was sitting behind like a 6-foot dude,
yeah.
and I wasn't even touching the back seat with my knees. It was crazy. But it felt quick. It felt quick from back there.
That's one of the reasons I want to, because because I'm a big guy and I want a bigger car, and that is like we talked about. I feel like one of the biggest cars I can think of.
Yeah.
Is a Challenger.
Yeah, especially two-door.
Yeah.
It's probably the largest two-door car I can think of. That's not like a weird, like a Rolls-Royce or Mercedes, something like that. A normal car.
Yeah. I feel like it's very me. Like when when I was waiting on you for your test drive, I literally saw my reflection in the mirror, and and the Challenger we drove today was black, and I'm out here with a black shirt and chain. I'm like, that looks like a guy that would drive a Challenger.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think it fits you very well.
Yeah.
I think the only reason I would suggest that you get an RT, I mean, yeah, the power will be nice, there's no doubt, but also, you know, really a lot of the awesomeness about it to me is the noise that you can get from a V8 versus a V6. There was no noise in that car, to be honest.
Could I, let me ask this question.
Yeah.
If I got the V6, could I get all the other stuff you're talking about? Like, could I get the 8-inch touchscreen and all the other stuff? I don't know
what they do. I don't know how, it all depends on how Dodge does their packages. I really don't know.
Because if so,
most of the time I see an SXT. I don't think I've ever really, I haven't seen very many V6s with leather ever, and I don't know for sure if I've ever seen one at all that was a V6 and had leather on the inside.
Alright, then I probably will go with an RT then.
Plus, the one we test drove today, it was like a 2016, I think. It had like 22,000 miles. The nice thing is it was certified, so you had 7 years, 100,000 mile warranty on it.
Yeah.
But the downside is, you know, you got it. It was still 23 grand, I think you wanted for it, and it was 22 and some change. And I felt like I don't know that it was worth it much for a V6. If you told me, yeah, you're selling me an RT at that price and it's that base, I'd be okay with it. But I feel like you could probably buy a brand new base one. Yeah, I think you could buy a brand new base one for probably 26 grand. So I mean, you're only saving like four grand, really. I think so. I didn't think that the value was quite there on that one. Maybe on and I've found RTs before. That SRT8 at Sarah, where the dealership where we live.
Yeah.
That thing's 21 grand.
Is that the one that when you drive by, you put it out to me?
Yeah, it's got 400 some horsepower.
Is it still there? I didn't even notice.
Yeah, it's still there. It's black as well.
Yeah, I love that. If I get one, I have to get a black. I love them in black.
Yeah, we need to get you a test drive on that. Okay, so now my part of the story.
Yeah.
So we were getting ready to leave.
Right 2 lanes to take exit 13A toward Alabama 150.
We're on our way to get food, guys.
Yeah, we're on our way to get food. That was the smoker version of Siri that Google uses, telling us which way to go. But anyways, while we were taking the Challenger on the test drive, I was sitting in the back, and I noticed it was an Alfa Romeo dealership, but I still didn't see any 4Cs. Then out of the corner of my eye, right as we got to the top of the hill, I thought I saw a little smaller one that wasn't a Fiat, because they had a lot of Fiats. So after we got done test driving his Challenger, we went up the road, and right there sitting was a brand new 4C. Now, they wanted way too much for it. It only had 40 or 50 miles on it when I test drove it, but they wanted like 74 grand, which I mean, I don't guess they want too much for it. That's the MSRP on it. I mean, whenever you can get a launch edition used for 53 grand, I think you'd be crazy to pick a new one. I just don't see why. I mean, there was a launch edition with like 500 miles on it for 56 grand, which is still 20 grand less than what they were wanting. And to me, why would you not get that?
Yeah.
So what exit did we take?
13A.
How far was it?
It's about a mile.
Okay. So that's what I was saying. So anyways, we found one at test drive. Well, I got in it and things weren't going great. It would not start. It had been sitting there for a while, he said, so they went ahead and got it.
Whenever that happened, I was like, what kind of operation you guys running here?
Well, it happens. You know, you got a lot of cars. Some of them are going to sit if nobody's wanting to test drive them. And so I wasn't upset about it. So we're going by the Galleria. Okay. Well, anyways, so finally we got it cranked up. I showed Colton all the carbon fiber inside of it.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome.
Now, I would admit, if you're a bigger guy, like a taller guy like I am,
it's not even an option. The dude riding next to me was shorter than Colton, probably. I think he was really close to your side.
Yeah, he was close to my height.
The dude, his head was basically touching the ceiling. His hair was, and his legs were like touching the dashboard the entire time. So it was Colton. It would be a good place for him.
I believe that's it right
Okay. So turn right.
Yeah.
But anyways, like we were saying, Colton, it's not going to work for him.
I would be so uncomfortable driving that car.
It's literally, alright, so Colton's talking about he wants the biggest two-door car he can find. That is basically the smallest.
It's not necessarily even two-door. Like, I want the biggest car.
Well, you mean you could go Charger, it'd be bigger than that.
Well, I like the way Challengers look better. I like the style of it better.
They're very similar in size anyways, too. So, but what I'm looking at now with the 4C, the exact opposite. It's as small as it can be. It's as small as it can be, and it's as light as it can be. It's literally 2,000 pounds. I say literally. It's like 1,500, maybe 1,700 pounds less than the car we test drove, the Challenger. It's probably about half the weight. I think a Challenger's like 4,300 pounds.
And you described it earlier, like before we were sort of recording. It's like driving a go-kart.
It was exactly like driving a go-kart. There's no power steering, so it was pretty rough to get going. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's pretty tough at slow speeds. I've heard it before, but it really is. It's pretty tough. It's not like it's not undoable, but it's a slight annoyance, I guess, at slow speeds. Whenever you get going, though, forget it. Like it's perfect. It felt great to drive. It was the kind of car I can't tell you the performance matched this, but the reason I can't is because it didn't even matter. Like whenever I was driving it, you're just having fun. Like everything you're doing is fun. You feel like you're driving a go-kart. I would look down and I was already doing like we got on the interstate. I was doing 78. Okay, that's about as fast as I got the thing. But I didn't even know that I got it up there, and that was an automatic mode. I never even put the car in dynamic now that I think about it, which is crazy to me because I wouldn't drive it any other way probably if I had it. I did put it in manual mode, but I did not put it in dynamic. So in manual mode, the car came alive. Like, it was quick. The shifts were instant.
That reminds me, you know, whenever we were doing my test drive, and he put mine into
Manual?
Manual. When he did that, I was like, stop. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Don't
All you do
that.
is flick it up and down. You
See,
get most RPMs. But so on this one, you know, the gauge is totally, it's a totally digital display. It looked really cool. My only gripe about the car is probably that the steering wheel should go up a little bit higher. It was I didn't cut off any of the screen, but right after the screen I couldn't see. So if my steering wheel was turned, I couldn't see the entire screen.
That's kind of, you know, that's almost kind of ridiculous because, I mean, I would say you're a pretty averagely tall guy.
Yeah, I mean, they don't expect tall people. It's not a car made for tall people to drive. I mean, let's just get that straight right now. They didn't.
Like, I would say it's almost too small, like almost made for smaller people.
Yeah, it is. It's Italians. It's made for Italians. It's an Italian car, and that's the truth. But what I do want to say about it, just before we head in, I think I want one. But I want to make sure I get the right deal and things like that. The guy that I talked to up there, he's gonna keep an eye out for one in my price range because I'm not spending more than I'm spending right now. I just can't do it. You know, if we're talking about $15 more a month, maybe. But I'm not going much more than that. It's got to be basically right what I'm paying.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's got to be like pretty much the exact same.
Yeah.
It'd
be great if it was less. But that, I'm just telling you, man, like, it's a performance car where you don't even care about the performance because everything else is so neat. Like, it's so small on the inside, but it wasn't claustrophobic. It's like it's just like driving a go-kart. Like, you hop in, it goes exactly where you want.
I like that analogy because, like, I instantly like know what you mean. I think about when I've driven a go-kart, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It just goes wherever you want. You're cool with leaving the power. You use the power. Like, with this car, I can get it up to speed, but it feels like I'm working harder, which some people really like. So if you like building the power and you like working hard to get it, Shelby is the way to go because you have a lot of power and you're going to work to get it there. With that, I felt like I could do anything. And I never even went to dynamic mode, which is the faster shifting mode, any of that. And I'm talking about, I've never driven a dual clutch, so that was an awesome experience. And it was better than I expected. I'm talking about, I pulled the paddle, and as I was pulling the paddle, it shifted. It's incredible. It was so fast, so much better than I can do with my foot. Driving a stick, you know, highly recommend the vehicle. It was great fun. It was like I said, just like a go-kart. You know, no, there's no rear visibility. You can barely, the rear visibility was like a little circle you could see out of. That's it. You could probably see.
Like, I didn't ride it with him because, you know, 2 seats. So.
Yeah.
From what I saw from the back windshield, it seemed almost basically useless.
It was almost useless. You also you can't see on the sides, so you have to really check your mirrors a lot before you just switch lanes and stuff. But it didn't feel unbearable or, you know, too hard to drive or anything. Like I said, it was much easier to drive than this. It's a very different experience. So, like, it was an automatic, and it had an automatic mode, and I was like, something's wrong. It's in neutral, but it showed first gear. So I'm sitting there pressing the gas, and it's not. You have to press the gas all the way to about 1,000 RPMs before the car will move.
Really?
Yeah, because it's truly an automated manual dual clutch. So it's actually got to catch the gear once the engine revs it off. So then it like puts the clutch in. It's a neat experience. And that all adds to the feel of like you're just driving something so different than anything else on the road. And that car will turn heads. If you've seen videos of it, if you've seen pictures of it, it's nothing compared to in person. It's amazing.
I agree. Like,
tell them about how you were supposed to be my rock when we got down here.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I was like, because you know, honestly, you don't really need to be, you know, trading a car or anything right now. And I was telling you, like, you know, I'll help you out. I'll be your rock. I'll be like, I don't care how cool this car is. You know, I'll just be like, you can't do it, Brandon.
Yep.
Then we pulled up to the dealership where there was the original one we were going to test drive.
Yeah.
And I started looking at it, and I'm like, I think I love this car.
Yeah.
Like, I think I want it. Like, Brandon just needs this car.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what happened. Like, I just saw it, and I was like, this car is so freaking sick.
Yeah. It's so much better in person. And frankly, I think you could drive it in the driver's seat. You're not going to be able to see half the display, though.
Oh, I'm sure.
You have to leave it in automatic.
I mean, I'm sure I could drive it. It just wouldn't be comfortable.
Yeah.
Like,
You'd have to leave it in automatic.
Yeah.
Too, because you wouldn't be able to see the RPMs. But, gosh, man. I think I'm going to have to get one eventually.
I agree. Like, once you get everything settled, like, I guess house-wise and everything else, definitely.
It's going to be the perfect toy car.
Let me put it this way. That needs to be your next car.
Yeah. I think it fits me, too. It fits my personality. So.
I think so. And see, that's what I think about the Challenger. I feel like
Challenger absolutely is a fit for you. Like,
oh yeah.
If you told me you drove a Challenger one day, like if I didn't know you, you walked up and said, and I was like, "What kind of car do you drive?" And you're like, "A Challenger." I'd be like, "Yeah, of course."
Yeah, yeah.
It just makes sense. Tell us what you guys think. We're gonna run in and grab some food. We'll probably hit y'all back here in a minute. We're gonna go into Twin Peaks. Have you ever had this place?
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
I've never had it, so I'll hit you back with my review of Twin Peaks. What's up, everybody?
What up?
We just had Twin Peaks. That's frankly as far as I'm going to talk about it, because I got a wife and I ain't getting in trouble. So, Colton will tell you a little bit more about it.
The uniform was a little bit different than it usually is. Evidently, it's wear your bikini to
work week.
day, work week. That was awesome.
Colton and the waitress really hit it off.
I'm just a social person, Brandon.
There you go. Do-do-do.
See, we were just talking about car stuff, right?
We were. Do you want to put how to get home into your GPS? Because I don't even know where
Yeah.
Listen to that V8 engine. I don't know if y'all can even hear it or not. I'm sure y'all can.
I'm sure you can. Yeah, I'm sure.
My youth is yours. Punch me in the face and kill my friends.
Lyrics a little bit different there, remember?
They are. It's a new style of the song.
Use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto the ramp to I-459 North.
Thank you. So, we talked a little bit more about the Challenger while we're in there, and I think Colton's really got it narrowed down. Guaranteed he's gonna want he's gonna want he's gonna want like a 2015 or newer because he likes new tail lights.
I love the new tail lights.
Just the new update in general, I think it's pretty nice.
Like I was telling you, I don't care. I don't really care too much with the interior as far as leather or whatever. It's like.
But if it was there, you wouldn't be like upset about it.
I mean, I wouldn't be upset about it at all. No.
You take it, but you don't need it.
Yeah, exactly. But I love the new taillights on the new Challenger so much. Like, in my opinion, they just look so much better than the old ones.
I'll tell you this: it rides really good. It was a nice experience riding in the back, which is I wouldn't even get back there.
Oh, yeah,
I'd have
horrible time.
It was a good car. I mean, how was the rear visibility? That's what I was wondering. I've noticed the windows are kind of small in the back.
Honestly, I mean, I don't remember having trouble with it, so it must be fine.
Yeah.
Like I said, the only complaint that I had, which is more of me driving big cars that have big mirrors on the side, is that the two mirrors were a little tinier than I'm used to.
They were perfectly fine, people. Just so you know, he's just not used to it at all. Because
Again,
these are way smaller on my Shelby, and those things are like freaking truck mirrors to me compared to this.
See, yeah. Right, yes. I'm used to just gigantic mirrors, which is like, I would say the mirrors on my truck probably
2.5 times.
Yeah, 2.5 bigger than these mirrors, which is something I'm used to. But I guess that's
the mirrors in the Alfa were actually larger than these.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's something I can get used to that pretty easily. That's my only real complaint. But, I mean,
it's a challenge.
That's a big of a deal.
I-459 North for 1 mile.
See, you're gonna take exit 15. So you know. But yeah, I think
To the right or left?
to the right. You think there's anything that we haven't gone over as far as our test drives today?
In a half mile, use the second right lane to take exit 15 for I-65 North toward Birmingham.
So the Alfa was good on the interstate. It feels almost too much like a go-kart to really be like a comfortable cruiser on the interstate. However, in that same sentence, I'll tell you this: you can do it, no problem. You feel okay. I've heard people say you feel like you're driving something special whenever you drive the Shelby GT350. I know you've heard that if you've looked up videos about the Shelby GT350. That feeling is double. And to me, it was twice as special feeling in the Alfa. You feel like you're driving nothing else on the road. Like nothing else compares to what you're driving. It doesn't matter if the other stuff is faster. It doesn't matter if the other stuff is, you know what I mean? Like the only other things that are more luxurious. What's that?
The camera's shaking. Have y'all been shaking this whole time?
You have, but I've noticed this before. I'm gonna try to stabilize the video later. So
anyway, sorry. Go back. I just noticed the camera was shaking. I was wondering if y'all.
It's gonna be a little jiggly. But it's like none of that stuff matters whenever you drive it. It's so special. Like it was literally a mini supercar.
Even before like you told me about how it felt, I just looked at it and I was like, this car looks so good.
I think I said this on the way down, that I think it's the kind of car where some people are going to look at it and be, sort of like, oh, it's a $10,000 car. And some people are going to look at it and be like, wow, it's a $300,000 car. But let me tell you something. Nobody's going to look at that car and ever think that's a $10,000 car. Nobody's going to look at that car and think that it's anything less than what it costs. I mean, if you were to just lay eyes on that car, how much would you think that car costs?
To be honest, like, if it were, like, I would think that car would go over $100,000.
The thing looked
amazing.
It looked the part. It didn't just drive the part and feel the part. It truly looked the part. It was everything you'd want out of it was a mini supercar. That's what it was. And it's a totally different thing. Like, it was such a sports car compared to this. Yes, on the back roads, nothing compares. Like, I mean, unless you have hundreds of thousands of dollars, I can't think of a better way to spend your money. Because this is great on a back road, but it's you feel the weight. You feel you're throwing the car around, and it's a big, big car. On that, you're just like, I can't get near the limits. Like, I would go to jail if I got anywhere near the limits on a back road. The speed limit was like 35. I was going like 60, and I was at about, maybe 3/4 what the car could do. It was probably closer to half of what the car could do. That car could probably easily have went around those things at 85, 90 miles an hour. Yeah. And it was crazy. I mean, and I know maybe I'm wrong. Maybe once you get up in higher speeds, it seems like that. But it felt like you're doing nothing doing 60, 65 in the car. It's an experience that, I mean, if you have an Alfa Romeo near you, a 4C that you can go drive one, man. I mean, you got to get behind the wheel of one. I agree. And, compare it to a Shelby. And if you're a muscle car guy, I'll tell you this, man. I like, straighten you out a little bit. Y'all are bouncing pretty hard. The roads suck. Oh, I think I have it normal too, so this is as smooth as it gets for you guys. But, get in the Challenger, man. If you're gonna go buy a muscle car, don't listen to videos. That's my. And I know it sounds stupid because I'm on a video telling you about these cars.
Okay, I'll put it this way, because again, I'm a big guy. I'm the kind of person who likes driving big vehicles. Like, if you're a guy who likes driving trucks, maybe SUVs, but you want to maybe get a car or like a muscle car, something that's a little bit faster, more maneuverable, I would say go with that Challenger, because that's what I think of. Because it's still big. It's not like gigantic.
It's a big car. It's such a big car that you still have plenty of trunk space. I think it has more trunk space than any other muscle car in the class. The rear seat room is 100% usable. You can take a road trip in that with 4 people, and unless you're also over 6 foot, you're fine. I'm like 5'10", and I'm telling you, man, it was comfortable back there. I have a Ford Escape, and the Escape's not any better. In fact, the seat comfort of the back seats was better in that than the Escape. The Escape gives really thin, harder seats in the back. So those were actually more comfortable seats. You could easily do a 4-person road trip in that thing, and it would feel fine. It was really good. The ride was good. It's not so composed over bumps. I noticed when we were on the back road drive, it got a little jumpy if you hit a series of bumps. It couldn't quite manage a bunch of them. But when you're on, it wasn't harsh on you. It was just floaty. It was a floaty car, and it's heavy, so you kind of expect that. That's something that comes with weight. I'll say this: you feel the weight in it. It's not a car that's going to trick you. And it's sort of like the Alfa. You feel that there's no weight in it. And that's the beauty of it. Today we drove 2 exactly opposite cars, and we loved both of them.
Yeah.
And that's the way it is.
There's a lot about personalities, but
yeah.
Like.
Yep. And like I said, we're telling you what we think about them, but go test drive them yourself. See which one you really like better. And what I'm starting to see is, I'm young, I'm 22 years old. He's 22 years old. Numbers have always mattered to me with a car, which is part of the reason why I wanted this Shelby. 526 horsepower. That's nice to say you have. 429 pound-feet of torque. That's pretty nice to say that you have. 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. That's pretty cool. Crazy fast around a racetrack. That's awesome. I'll never take it to a racetrack. Forget all that stuff, guys. It's about the experience of driving. That's what I've learned. It's about the way the car makes you feel. Not about how fast it is. It's nice. I want a fast car. That car was plenty fast for me. That's what I've learned. You can have plenty fast. you can't go 160 down the interstate. If you do, you're an idiot. You're going to kill somebody, and you're going to go to jail. There's no reason to do it. Like, the Alfa, it's great from 0 to 100. It's a great 0 to 100 car. What more do you need? And do you really need to go to 0 to 100 quicker than 10 seconds? Probably not. I mean, it's nice, I guess, sure, but it feels safer in the Alfa than it does in this. I looked at the brakes on the Alfa. They were half the size of these brakes. That's money that you're going to save on brakes whenever it's brake time.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's not going to use them as fast either because it's such a lightweight vehicle. And you're going to hear reviews if you go look at an Alfa.
That's true. I didn't think about that. Since it is so light, yep. Brakes can take away.
And tires will take longer to wear.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, you can get cheaper tires. They're way less thick than mine, things like that. So you save money on tires, you'll save money on brakes. You know, I don't know how much the oil changes are going to be. That's, you know, I'd have to find that out, I suppose. But, you know, it was plenty fast enough, super fun, so different from what you see on the road, and that's just a refreshing change. The car felt like it was meant to do nothing but be fun, nothing else. They didn't give you luxury in it. The radio, I didn't even turn the thing on the entire test drive. I have no idea how the sound system is. I didn't care. The AC was on, but we had a window down. That was fun, having the window down. I usually don't even like that, but it was so cool, and the car's noises are amazing. You're gonna, if you watch reviews of the 4C, you might hear the brake pedal is kind of a negative. Not at all. I mean, I don't know what they're talking about.
It's the negative brake.
So it's supposed to be really hard, and there's no give. Okay, it just feels like I'm stopping better. If there was give, I don't know what they're talking about. They say it's like really hard and hard to use. The brake's super easy to use, guys. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Go out and test drive it yourself. You're gonna get a different experience than what they're telling you. The car was tight, but it wasn't claustrophobic. He told me, you know what's funny? He said the last one they sold a few months ago, the last 4C, remember this thing has no power steering. He said the last customer, I want you to guess who bought it.
Bought it?
Yeah, like not the person, but what type of person bought it. Like the age and gender.
It was an 84-year-old woman.
It was a 70-year-old woman.
All right.
70-year-old woman bought an Alfa Romeo 4C. That just, I mean, I don't know why. I don't know how she got
to
to
go fast in her old age, man.
Okay, the one thing that is hard about the car is getting in and out. I don't know how she's going to do it. I imagine she'll trade that one in pretty soon. Maybe that'll be my future car.
Oh, man, get it back. It's supposed to be lady.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, she didn't abuse the thing. Such a different thing, though. That you really, if you've never driven a dual clutch and you're sitting there preaching manual, go drive a dual clutch. They're saying it's a crappy dual clutch from what I've heard in terms of like, if you're comparing it to a Porsche and things like that. If they get better than that, then that's all I ever want in a car anymore. Forget manuals, if you're asking me. That thing shifted so fast, and it didn't feel like an automatic with, you know, stupid paddle shifters in it. It felt like you're truly shifting through the gears, but that was just the way it did it was paddles. It's not like just some gimmick where you got a button to press. It felt like you were the one changing the gear. You know, it didn't feel like, oh, I pressed it, okay, it shifted gears. It was, oh, the gear shifted. Oh, the gear shifted. The gear shifted. Oh, I want to go down. Gear's already shifted. The gear's already shifted. That easy. It's instant. You don't understand unless you've driven one. If you have and you still prefer manual, that's good for you, man. Some people can really drive manuals, and I understand the fun of them. I still have fun driving this one all day, but dual clutch is not the way to go.
You know where we're going?
Yeah, you can turn it off.
Okay, I didn't know if you were done. All right.
Yeah, I know. How'd you feel about the automatic? Do you still think manual, or are you gonna?
I mean, more of the reason I wanted manual is because I didn't really want to learn how to drive a manual. But honestly, if I could learn to drive a manual somewhere else, but still have an automatic car, I would like that. Because it's mostly a skill I just want to be able to have. To say I have.
Yeah.
No,
it's good to know. You need to know how to drive manual. Let me say that before, because everybody should know how to drive a manual car. You never know when you're gonna have to. You should learn.
Let me put it this way: it's like I'm more concerned about having the skill than I am having a car that is manual.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So I wouldn't mind, getting an automatic, but I just I want to learn to drive manual because I ever have to do it.
Yeah. And I would say this: if you really enjoy your car, I wouldn't buy a $30,000 car and try to learn stick in it. Okay, I did that with the Scion. I already kind of knew how to drive. See, I learned on a piece of crap truck, and with the Scion, I still wasn't good at all. But I learned it was a little crappy like 1990s Nissan, like tiny little truck.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever used to see
No, you didn't. No, it was actually accesses. Yeah. So
way back in the day.
way back in the day, I was like 13 driving around in circles around my yard, or 14 or 15 somewhere in there. So get it. If you can learn manual, do it. I recommend you do it on a cheaper car or something like that. If you really care about a car, I feel like I'm half the time tearing this one up, and I don't like that feeling. I never felt like I was doing that in the Alpha today, not even once, and I'd never.
Well, okay, but take into account you only drove it for what, 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes.
Probably.
Like,
but you never feel like you're not going to be the reason it messes up. If something messes up, it's never going to be you. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're an idiot and you put it in manual mode and then you just don't shift. Which I actually found out it does shift down for you if you're coming to a light, and let it do it. Okay? If you ever have one, let it shift itself down. I was trying to do it at first, and you get really jerky because you'll do it too soon. You'll shift into first, and it's just like it grabs really hard because it shifts so quickly, and the revs go back up so fast. And it's a pretty short geared car. It's made for acceleration for sure, so you can tell that if you just let it shift itself, it's a lot smoother that way whenever you're going down. And then like if you're coming to a light, let it just go ahead and shift itself downward first. It's better that way, trust me. Yeah, man, it was a go-kart for the road, and the Challenger was
I love that saying, go-kart for the road.
that's what it was, man. And the Challenger, it blew me away, man. If I had all the money in the world, a Challenger would be a car that I would own. I'll tell you that after today. If you have a family or anything like that, if you just want people to haul around, Challenger is the muscle car to get.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
It really is, man. It was easy to get in and out of. It was easy to get in the back seat, and that's crazy for a muscle car.
Yeah, it's hard.
Forget how comfortable it is once you get there. It's so
That's
hard.
also hard to say for really any two door.
Yeah. It was very easy to get in the back. I really didn't even struggle with it. That one had a cool interior. We live in Alabama, like we told you guys, and we're at the Birmingham dealerships today, which is about an hour from where we live, and because I'm sure you all know where Birmingham is. And
Of course. Yeah.
well, Colton's an Alabama fan, so it was actually a houndstooth seat pattern, which was really neat if you're an Alabama fan. For me, the only thing the car was missing was the V8 noise. The performance was so much better than I expected. There were times, because I know he doesn't have experience driving a fast car, I was actually slightly scared. And
Really?
that's because it really picks up quick. I'll sit in the back and you're on the back road, you could get up and go quick. And I didn't think you realized how fast you're going. Do you know how fast you're going down the back road?
Oh, no.
You were going almost 60 the entire time.
Really?
Yeah, you're going fast down the back road.
No,
I was like,
I didn't
dang,
know
dude, you didn't even realize. So the car's quick, man, even in the V6 form. But, when you're getting a muscle car, I think you still got to get the V8. If it's available, you got to get the V8. You ain't got to get the Hellcat, but you got to get that V8 Rumble.
I'll agree with that. Yeah.
Now, Colton said maybe one day he'd like to work up to a Hellcat. I think he definitely needs to practice. He needs to own a regular RT or something like that first. Because
How big of a jump is it from an RT to a Hellcat?
okay, so if you ever watch Doug DeMuro, you'll know that he did a Hellcat at the time he almost crashed it. And it was a stick shift Hellcat, but he put it in I think third or fourth gear in Florida. And usually in any car, if you're in third or fourth gear, there's not really going to be any more tire spin or anything like that. Okay, he almost went totally sideways there.
Oh my
They're
God.
very, very powerful. I've heard somebody say that, of course, other than like the Dodge Demon that's coming out, most people would tell you that it's very hard to beat the Hellcat from like 60 miles per hour to 160 miles per hour. It could be one of the fastest cars in the entire world. So they're very, very, very fast. They're very hard to control. There was a group of thieves somewhere in like North Carolina, I believe, and like these kids stole 3 or 4 Hellcats, crashed every single one of them because they couldn't handle the power.
That's surprising.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think with you never having a real power car, a real muscle car, anything with a lot. I mean, the Cobalt maybe has 150, 160 horsepower. The Tundra, yes, it has 290, but it's a 4-door truck, crew cab. It doesn't. I mean, it's quick. I have my mom has
acceleration is garbage.
Well,
Right now.
there might be something wrong with that. Mom's is pretty good. My
I
mom
mean,
has a
no,
Tundra.
the car is fine. Car acceleration.
No, I'm talking mom's Tundra.
Oh,
Mom's Tundra is pretty quick for.
I'm talking about my Tundra.
Why would it be any different? They're the same engine.
I don't know, but I'm just telling you the acceleration is pretty. I mean, in my opinion, it's horrible.
Okay, so you know it's. Well, I think you have bigger tires and stuff too. Well, anyways, regardless of that fact, Colton's gonna have to learn how to handle something with horsepower. So I think a Hellcat, if you've never had something with a lot of horsepower before, don't go get a Hellcat. Like you're just not gonna be able to handle it. And you know, before today, I would have recommended that he get the manual. In fact, I told him he almost had to.
Yeah.
I think now I'm still on the fence. You know, automatics, a standard automatic's not like a dual clutch. But I know that I've heard good things about Dodges. That one felt really smooth today. What I didn't like with that one is, if you get one, I'd like to be able to have paddle shifters. That one didn't have paddle shifters because I think it wasn't. I guess the RT doesn't have that as an option, or the SXT doesn't have that as an option. So his was, you could do it with the gear shifter. You have to go up and down that way. Which, I mean, if you're gonna do it, you should go throw some paddles on there. I wish I had paddles.
I get it, man. You like paddling.
Yeah, which, I mean, I have one on that EcoBoost Mustang that we had. They were so terrible because you press it and it'd wait like almost 2 seconds and then shift. And it was literally worse. It felt slower driving that way, so I kept it automatic. But, you know, if you're going to get an automatic, you probably want to get one of the newer ones with the 8-speed. Because I hear that it shifts pretty quickly for a regular automatic.
I will say, driving the Challenger, like, it felt good driving it.
It definitely fit you, man. You could not... like that's what I'm saying, you know. It had, I think the guy said it had almost 300 horsepower. I don't know the exact specs on the SXT. We'll say probably between 290, 300, somewhere in there. And Colton really didn't realize how fast he was going. Okay, now
going over it earlier. My gosh, I was going. Like I didn't even realize how fast I was. I didn't realize that was
easy, man. It's easy in those cars. That's why I told him. I said, I've told my cousin this too. You know, Austin. He drives a Black Avalanche. You get in a car with some speed, man, you don't want to go back. Because it just makes life easier. Because you're like, oh, I want to go around this person. Okay, I went around them.
That's what I felt like, too, whenever I was doing it. Because I was like, whenever I was driving, I was like, I go to the person, no problem.
Yep.
Like, it's so easy, right?
Yep. And you were in the basement. I mean, you get with the Hemi V8 in there. Oh, man, I bet it's fun. I know this is probably a really long video for you guys, but it seems really easy to talk to you guys as we go down the road.
It's been like an hour of just all car stuff.
Yeah.
Let us know if you guys like
enjoyed
that,
this,
or if you'd rather, you know.
We're still gonna hit you up with regular podcasts. Don't worry. We just, like I said, you know, we only have so many off days, and we gotta do what we can do on the off days. So we couldn't do a podcast and this kind of thing today. So we just want to do like a vlogcast for you guys. I guess you could say.
I would say it's pretty much just a podcast, but I just listen to the car.
Yeah.
And just talk about what we did today.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, it was a great day, dude. For real, I'm so glad we got you in a Challenger.
Yeah, it was a fun day.
The first time he's ever driven a Challenger, first time I've ever driven an Alfa Romeo, and it was incredible, man. I really wanted that car.
Your first time with Twin Peaks?
Yeah.
Movies and bus everywhere. It was great.
It was, it's hard to believe that they still have places like that, honestly.
I know, it caught me off guard too. I was like, wait, this isn't a regular dress code, but it's awesome.
It was wild. If you're single, you want to head to Twin Peaks.
Oh, man.
At least this week, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, any final thoughts? Alright, so, I'll set you up. Are you getting a Challenger? What kind are you getting? When are you getting it? Want to get it?
Yes, I do want to get a Challenger.
Okay.
I want to get an RT.
He does want the V8, okay.
Black, it has to be black.
It has to be black.
Has to be. And then as far as wind, maybe within the next 6 months, something like that, because we got house stuff coming up. I'll talk to you about other payments and stuff.
Yeah, we're both in the process of trying to figure out new living arrangements, so I'm getting a phone call now. Hang on 1 second. Okay, sorry you guys. Got a call from the wife there.
You heard about me talking about things.
She must have supersonic hearing. All right, so where were we going? Oh yeah.
So you were setting me up as far as
so we're both working on new living arrangements and things like that. So you know, bear with us. We want to bring y'all some really cool content. I'll try to get a review of this for y'all on the channel. But hopefully we'll get you an Alpha and I'll start watching some videos on.
But again, like, this isn't all that we do is car stuff.
No,
like,
not at all.
This happens to be just this
this is what we fit in today in our schedule. So we were able to go do this today.
You know what? I don't think we had any car stuff last week.
I talked to a second about barricade,
maybe
500. Yeah.
So I guess we made up for it today by doing the whole thing pretty much about cars.
Yeah. I'm just really pumped for you. Like, I wish I could get more information out of you about this Challenger.
I mean,
because it was impressive to me in the rear.
I feel like
it was impressive to me. I was impressed. For a base model car, I never would have expected how good it was.
I feel like you want something out of me that I don't have because, like,
He's not a car guy. He's not a car guy.
Because you are.
Man.
So, I mean,
what does it make you feel like when you're driving a Challenger? Do you feel cooler? Do you feel like you can do anything?
I feel
That's how I felt in the Alfa. I was like, you give me a curve, I'm going around it faster than anybody else. That's how I felt in the Alfa. It's like, I'm going to go take any curve in the world quicker than anybody else.
See, when I was in the Challenger, I was like, oh, look at this giant, big bad dude around there, big black Challenger.
Like, get out of the way.
Yeah, like, get out of the way.
Challenger coming through.
Yeah.
No, right here's the house. You lied.
No, it's
right there.
It's an exit 280.
It's right there.
No, it's not.
I'll bet you money. Boom. Colton was wrong. That's 280.
Oh, yes.
You're going backwards.
Yes,
you were going down. Okay.
That's what it was.
Alright, he was thinking we were going the other way.
If you're from Alabama, by the way, you know
the house we're talking about at 280 on I-65.
That giant barn that's across from that little pond.
Yep. Sweet little
Y'all know what we're talking about.
Y'all know if you're from this area. Yeah, so we hope that you guys enjoyed what we brought you today. If it's not what you enjoy, we'll have the regular podcast back next week.
Yeah, it'll be probably more, a little bit more movie related. Maybe one of us catch a movie, we'll talk about that. A little bit more video games.
Yeah.
Other stuff. Maybe more sports. We'll have to see, It's whatever.
Assuming it just do I know we kind of did on E3 a video game session, but we should really do like a full-on video game session.
Yeah, we will. We'll get around to it.
But I hope you guys like the car stuff today. Like I said, we are the Manly Men channel, so we're doing all kinds of manly stuff. It doesn't matter what it is. You're going to catch something different from us every week. You'll find something you like. I guarantee it, you guys. Just bear with us till we get on to your topic. And maybe even check out our other stuff anyways, because you never know what you could end up liking.
Plus,
Colton is not a car guy. But, he had a lot of fun today. He drove a car that he thinks he might want. And that's cool, man. Even though he's not a car guy, there's something special about having a car you love.
Plus, look, we're so new, and we're getting so few comments. If you leave a comment, we're gonna see it.
Yeah, absolutely. I check them pretty often.
And we will 100% probably talk about it. If it's like a real person. We've
had some fake comments, yeah.
But if it's a real person and he wants to talk about something, we will probably 100% talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely, sure.
Yeah. So if you just want us to talk about something, we'll talk about it. If you have a question about something, I don't know, maybe a younger boy, and you want to know about something manly.
Look, here's what I figured out today. It's easier to just go test drive something than I thought it would be.
Yeah,
so
just go there and be like, I want to test drive.
If y'all want us to test drive a certain vehicle, and we can get that vehicle close to us, we'll just go test drive it and tell you what we thought about it. Now, don't expect us. Maybe one day, if I get enough of you guys watching, then I'll start filming maybe while I'm test driving. But listen, guys, I'm shy. I'm just not going to go tell some dude that I don't know, hey, I'd like to film this test drive. Because, first of all, I'm pretty respectful. Colton would not have won 100 had he have known he was going 100. We try to be respectful to the salespeople.
Oh, yeah, I would not have.
Yeah, we try to be respectful to the salespeople. We don't want them to get upset. We don't want them to feel endangered or anything like that. So, we try to keep it civilized on the test drive.
I was in control at 100.
Yeah. Okay.
I knew what I was
doing. You were. I mean, and the car was composed at 100 miles an hour. We felt good enough.
It was. It didn't sound.
They had so much more to give.
It did. I could feel like, man, I could have.
Yeah.
Oh, I could have given so much more.
Mm-hmm. Woo! All right, guys. But anyways, so like we said, keep an eye out for some other stuff on our channel. Hope you like this video. I'll try to cut it down so it's not so long for you guys. But check out our other two podcasts, man. There's some really good information in there. Especially last week, I thought we had some pretty funny moments.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun this week. Last week was probably one of my favorites.
So hopefully we can continue to bring them to you at this pace and this regularity, because I want to get as many videos out to you guys as we can. Hopefully build up an audience. And like I said, we really, really, really want some of your comments, guys. We want to know what you guys want to see. So if you got a car you want us to go test drive or something like that, let us know. Be reasonable, though. We're not going to go test drive $100,000 cars. We're not going to test drive. I would test drive a Hellcat. I don't know how strict they are about who they let test drive a Hellcat, but I would do that for you guys. So just let us know. And if there's any other topics for cars in general, if there's just any other topics you want to hear about.
Anything you want to talk about.
Seriously, guys, leave a comment. We haven't had any real comments yet.
I would love for us to eventually build up a little bit of a community.
Yeah, absolutely.
And y'all, y'all hang out with each other, and then we'll talk to you. I would absolutely love that.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
So, we've been the Manly Men channel. I don't know what I'm saying. We are the Manly Men channel. We are currently the Manly Men channel. I'm Brandon, and this is Colton. And we hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Comment, like, subscribe. We're gonna hit y'all with videos every week, hopefully. And hope you guys have an awesome, wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.
See ya.